Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of Daily December. This is day number 8. Wow, that's really weird, because the image is flipped. So I went like this, and I have 3 over here and 5 over here, and the image has... It's weird. So anyway, as you can see, I'm doing better today. Yeah, like I said, yesterday was really, really good for me. I was able to deal with a lot of things, and I'm doing a lot better. I'm still not great, uh, but after I work my shift tonight, I've got 2 days off, so that will be very instrumental in me getting through this and getting back to my regular old crazy weird self. So yeah, let's see. The the other thing that I've been doing for most of my day today, I actually can't talk about, but it's stressful and complicated is all I can really say, and may change the direction my life is currently going right now. So yeah, to be honest, unless something like super official happens, I will probably never actually reveal what it's about because it's just a bad idea. But yeah, suffice it to say, it's been really much more stressful than I'd like it to be, and it's required me to learn a lot of stuff that is very complicated and very specific. So yeah, that's been a lot of my day. That and I'm playing Star Wars: The Old Republic again because the new expansion looks really good, and I missed it. I enjoy the game, and I tried playing it as free-to-play for a little while, and I just didn't like it. I really didn't. It's a lot more fun for me to play as a subscriber because you don't have any of the... Like, there are a lot of limitations when you're not a subscriber, so it was just easier for me to subscribe for a couple of months, see if I really enjoy it, and then, you know, in a couple of months, if I don't like it anymore, I can just stop again. But yeah, thus far I've been having a lot of fun. I've been getting to know my character again. And yeah, so that's been fun. I picked up a couple more games that were on sale on GOG.com. I love this website. They're not paying me anything, by the way. But if you guys are watching, I would love to do something sponsored for you guys because you're amazing. But yeah, I picked up, I think it's like 6 or 7 games for like $7. One of them being Legend of Grimrock, which is addictive. Like, I saw Felicia Day playing Legend of Grimrock 2, and I'm like, that looks kind of cool. Maybe I should try it. And I've been meaning to pick it up, and because of the sale and the bundle, I think I got it for like $2. Like, it was insane not to. And I've been having a blast playing it. So, yeah. The other thing that has happened recently that I want to bring up, and I just haven't been able to because of everything else that's been going on, I am going to get the facts wrong on this, so those of you that are better at remembering facts than that, put them in the comments below. But there was a comic book, I want to say he's a writer. He's either a writer or an artist. I think he's a writer. That recently made comments about cosplayers and the fact that they... depending on how you read it and how you interpret it, it's negative against cosplayers. The way that I saw it was that he thinks that cosplayers are damaging comic books in general. And he thinks that they're, you know, they bring nothing to the table and only help to keep him from, I think it was something to the effect of, you know, they don't buy anything, they're not useful, and he can't stand them. And then some other creators start bringing up stories of bad cosplay encounters they've had too, where cosplayers have come up and said, oh, I really like this character. And then they've talked to them about that character and find out they know nothing about the character. They just think they look cool. And I have just recently started cosplaying. But the reason I wanted to start doing it is the community that I have found is phenomenal. And a lot of the people, like even when I did my interviews at Fantasticon, I never spoke to a cosplayer that didn't know what they were cosplaying intimately. Like I had people, I spoke to a guy, and I will, as soon as I get my editing software, I will be posting all these interviews. I spoke to a guy that was a bounty hunter, full like Star Wars Mandalorian style bounty hunter that told me amazing facts. And I talked to these two girls that were dressed as TARDISi, however you say that plurally. And we sat there and just spent a little bit of time talking about, who's their favorite doctor, what's your favorite episodes, things like that. These are people that are intimately involved in the things that they cosplay. And the cosplay that I did was the Green Ranger. Now, I'm a dork. Like, I'm a massive, massive dorky, geeky person. And I know information about comic books and TV shows and stuff like that that no one really should that isn't designing them. Um, I know things like Tommy has the longest run of any Power Ranger by like 50 or 60 episodes. He's been in well over 200 episodes. I know that the character of the Green Ranger, that was the first character that he played in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, was based on the Dragon Ranger in Super Sentai Zoo Ranger. And the reason that you never saw him fighting with the rest of the Rangers was that Barai, who is the Dragon Ranger, was dying and had a very limited amount of time to live. And when the Green Ranger powers disappear, they did that because they didn't have any more footage because Barai died in the Japanese counterpart. I also know that the character he played, the White Ranger, was from a set of Power Rangers that we never saw their costumes because they used their Zords, but they never used their costumes just because of how they Americanized it. But the character he was playing was actually very similar to the character of Justin from Power Rangers Turbo, where it was a kid who, when he morphed, became an adult. And that's why you'd see him jumping around and doing, like, he looked kind of crazy when he was in his White Ranger suit, because that stock footage that they used was supposed to be a little kid in an adult's body using all his Power Ranger stuff. And he's always like, oh, this is so cool. And, that's what it was. So the reason I cosplayed the Green Ranger is because he is one of my favorite Rangers. I know everything possible that I can about this character. And I also know everything about the ninja powers, and I know that the technically what we saw as the Aquitar Rangers were actually the Ninja Rangers from the Japanese version. I can't remember what their Japanese name was. And you can actually see them in some scenes holding the ninja coins and doing other things, even though they technically were piloting. I think they piloted the Battle Borgs at that point. Eventually, I think they also did the Shogun Zords. But anyway, so all of these things, like, I know intimately, and that is one of the things that attracted me to the cosplay community, was the fact that the people that do this because it is the ultimate expression of their love of a certain character. And that they don't just do it because, well, this guy looks really cool. Don't get me wrong. My outfit was really cool. I got it in the background right here. No, this one. Right there. I got it in the background there. It's a really awesome costume. I'm very, very happy with it. I will use it again. But I cosplayed it because I love the Green Ranger. I love everything about the Green Ranger. He was a role model for me when I was a child. He's one of the reasons why I started learning martial arts. So yeah, I was a little bit put off by the fact that they claim that all cosplayers are just these people that are looking for attention. Because that's not why I did it. Was it nice to be walking around and have random people come up to me and say, hey, can I take your picture? Yeah, I loved it. I'm on YouTube. Obviously, I want attention. There's really no other reason to put yourself on video. I could write papers and stuff like that and remain anonymous. No, I like attention. I always have. That's why I went to school as a theater major and tried to get into film acting. I like attention. So I'm not saying that it wasn't fun, but the reason that I chose that costume, the reason I decided to cosplay had nothing to do with the attention. The attention was a cool byproduct. The reason I wanted to do that is because I wanted to be connected with this character that I have admired since I was a very small child. And the reason I'm going to continue doing it is because I like these characters. Like the characters that I want to cosplay are things like Colonel Mustang. Colonel Mustang is one of my favorite characters in Full Metal Alchemist, both the original anime and the Brotherhood adaptation. I have not read the manga. I've read synopses of it, but I've never actually read the manga. So you can yell at me for that later. But yeah, I want to cosplay Colonel Mustang because I think he's an amazing character. He's unbelievably intelligent. He's able to plan all these things, and he has the utmost respect and loyalty of his team. That says a lot about a character. The fact that Reese was willing to go so far for him is insane. And it shows that he has an amazing character and an amazing sense of honor that anyone would be willing to go that far for him. And he doesn't leave any of his people behind either. And he's worked really, really hard. I loved in the end of Brotherhood how they wanted to make him a sacrifice, so they forced him to do human transmutation. If I remember correctly, it was on Reese. And he used, after they fought Father and everything, he used the Philosopher's Stone to restore his sight so that he could become the leader of Armestris, so that he could fix everything that the Fuhrer had destroyed and corrupted and all that stuff. Like, that is insane how much he's willing, because he's given up all of this for this country, and he's been working to become the head of this country, not so that he has all this power and glory and things like that, so he can fix a country that he loves. And that's insane. That's why I want to play him. The same is true about oh, now I can't, I have to remember names now. I'm so bad with names. I mean, I have a lot of characters that I would love to cosplay, and the reason I want to cosplay them is because I want to show my appreciation for those characters. I do. So yes, if you are a cosplayer, I ask you, let me and my followers and everything know why it is that you cosplay. I would like to be able to show these people that the cosplay community is exactly what I think it is. It is a bunch of people that are so enamored and love characters so much that they want to become as close as possible to these characters, and so they emulate them in their fashion and dress. That's what I think the cosplay community is, and that's the community that I want to be. That's the community I want to belong to. If it is just a bunch of people going around to try and get attention, I don't want to be a part of that community, and I don't think that's what the cosplay community is. I think there are people that cosplay because of that. I don't think that's what the community is, though. So yes, if you're a cosplayer, in the comments below, let me know why you cosplay. Feel free to give a specific cosplay that means a lot to you and why it does. Like I said, I want to show people that we are Uber fans. We are not just attention whores. All right? So that's all for me today. I will see you guys tomorrow for some streamy streams with TJ. All right? Bye-bye.